All right. Hello, everyone. I really want to welcome you. A warm welcome to our new guests and, of course, of all partners of PLC. So this is a live webinar, and I'm going to talk about the PLC Group AG, and then I'm going to tell you something about fitting plan, and at the end I will give you some news and updates. Right, so we will go into my presentation. I will make it a little for you. All right. Okay, so there's something I'd like to say just beforehand. So don't worry if you don't understand everything, especially if you are new on topics like the blockchain technology, digital currencies, or network marketing. So this webinar just gives you a first idea of what PLC is and why it is so unique and special. And of course, I'm going to tell you something about how you can earn money as a PLC partner. I would like to start with the CEOs of that company. So who are the founders, the directors, or the business owners of the Platincoin Group AG? So you see here on the left-hand side, it's Alexander Reinhardt, and he is the CEO. Here there are the two brothers, Maxim Bedarov and Denis Bedarov, and they are, so Maxim Bedarov is the CFO, the financial director, and the CTO, so that is Denis Bedarov. And of course you can see there is a team, there are employees, specialists, IT specialists, blockchain specialists, developers, and of course people who are running the different offices. So at the moment there are more than 50 people already. Here you see where the PLC group is situated and located and registered. So here you can see these details. And of course here is the platform, platincoin.com, and the support email. All right. I would like to take all back into time a little bit. Back into time, well, into the 90s or even before 90s. Maybe we can remember, I can really remember the time before the internet. So it was a different time, wasn't it? So before the internet there was no connection to each other. You had really go onto the streets. You needed to have a phone call if you wanted to see or see each other, talk to each other. So the invention of the internet had a tremendous influence on us, and in the 90s, so this invention really changed the world and even changed our daily lives. And so we're talking about blockchain technology, and the invention of that blockchain technology back in 2009, and with it the cryptocurrencies, can also change and influence the world again, I think. And that's what we are talking about today. So PLC is one part of it. I will shorten it, just I don't want to say all the time Platincoin Group AG, so I just shorten it into PLC. So back in the late 90s and early 2000s, it has been, well, a kind of a wild, wild west feeling with the invention of the internet. So the newborn internet produced many millionaires and even some billionaires. So you can see the founder of Google, Facebook, Napster, Amazon, and so on. And there is something all of these people have in common. So in that time, back then, they realized the tremendous potential of the internet, and they just took their chance and they just went their way. And so that were the late 90s and early 2000s. When we think about blockchain, that leads us to Bitcoin. You have seen the little film about the blockchain and the Bitcoin blockchain. So you have probably heard already of the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin was the first digital currency that appeared in 2009, and it was also the birth of the blockchain technology back then. And one worth of one Bitcoin is now, well, it depends a little bit, but it's around about $2,500, $2,600. And back right in the beginning of the Bitcoin, it was only a few cents if you wanted to buy a Bitcoin. So some crazy, maybe wise, but definitely lucky people bought them, or bought some 100 or maybe some 1,000 coins in 2009. So as you can see, one Bitcoin costs around about, well, 2,500 now. So people who bought it back then, they're really lucky people. So the Bitcoin was intended to be a coin, a digital currency for everyone, to be independent on states and banks. And so there is trust, there's no trust in people here. You have got a new technology, so it's trust in technology. You have seen it in the film, the different nodes do the transactions. We will come to that a bit later here when we are talking about the Platincoin system. So between 2009 and today, of course, other digital currencies appeared, but there are mainly 6 things, 6 problems they all have in common. So there are 6 problems. These coins can't really be used by each and every one at the moment and everywhere. So it's a side issue, maybe an issue for speculants at stock markets. So what do we have? So there are no modern, there is a technology of course, but there are no modern, very fast technologies. There are, well, it says no coin sales outlets. There are a few shops, a few online shops who, for example, take Bitcoin, but it's not for the mass. There is, no community. There is not really a place where people can meet, can talk to each other, can, well, transfer the coins from one to another place to each other. And there are no assets. It's really an object of speculation. So there is not really a banking independence, and I really don't want to say that they are illegal, but it's a little bit of a problem because it's such a new thing, and so the legality issue is a problem that needs to be solved. Okay, so the founders have thought about how to solve these 6 problems, and they really have found solutions for all of them. There are already disruptive, groundbreaking new technologies. I'm going to talk about that. There is already a quite big community. We are at the moment more than 50,000 people already, and I can imagine that it will be in a future time even a huge community. There are real assets. I'm going into detail a bit later. There will be a global sales market and online store. There is or will be a banking independence, and the PLC Group AG is operating in a legal field, absolutely legal. It was proved by different law firms. Okay, let's get into detail a little bit. So we have got disruptive technologies. The PLC Group AG is working with a hybrid blockchain, and actually today it starts it was working already, but today is the start of the mining. So we have got a hybrid blockchain, a proof of work that's done by servers, and proof of stake, and so that is a mix, and this mix, this hybrid blockchain, protects against this so-called attack 51%. Another invention of the PLC Group AG is the PLC Secure Wallet. So that is an application. It's a wallet that ensures absolute security. And there is a super thin wallet that's on your mobile phone. It's a light wallet. It doesn't need a lot of energy. It doesn't need a lot of space. And there you will find your local key. So the key is the most important thing you have, because you could say the person who has got the key has got the money. All right, I will go into detail about that a bit later. A decentralized exchange will be possible. There is a PLC secure box, so that is invented and made by a PLC itself. We will talk about that later. And there is something, well, I've never seen before. So it is an offline wallet, so you can do transactions even if you're not online. So if you're online again, you do the transaction. The transaction will be just done automatically. So wherever you are, you want to do a transaction, you don't have internet access, you can do the transaction. All right. So you see there are already groundbreaking and very innovative technologies there waiting for us. I'll quickly show you the page platincoin.info. So you can see that is just a screenshot. You can see that the blockchain is running already, the proof of work, and the mining starts today. Here you can see the application. You will get it just on the App Store or Google Play. Within the next days it will be available. And next transparency, you can see the super thin wallet with a private key and the PLC wallet. So how that works in detail, there will be technical webinars on that, on technical tutorials. And that's what I was just telling you, the PLC offline wallet, so you can do transactions even if you're not online. All right, we come to maybe the most important invention of the PLC group. That is the PLC secure box. So the box itself is not really a great thing, but the inside is new, and this is patented. So it's the way of it has something to do with mathematical issues, but that is the patent on it. So what about the 10% I'm just going to tell you now? First of all, I want to say a few things about the box. So it does the minting, so that's a new word. Maybe you have heard of mining. So that does the minting. So minting is just the bookkeeping. So that's the ledger, the node you just saw in the film. And it has got a very high security standard. So the local key, your private key, is here as well if you have a box. So we can talk about environment. So it's environmentally friendly. So maybe you're a bit familiar with Bitcoin. So mining processes for the mining, and we don't call it minting, but for the mining, you need usually a lot of electricity, a lot of PCs. So here it's really environmentally friendly because of its low energy usage. So it just needs energy of a smartphone. And the secure box works very, very fast. So the block creation is very fast. So transactions can be done within less than 1 minute. And if you are familiar with Bitcoin, transactions between two people can take hours, sometimes even days. So if we talk about usability in daily life for the mass, it's really important to have new technology. And it's here. It's made by PLC Group AG. And therefore stability is a really important issue as well. The PLC secure box, so when we talk about it should be there for the mass, used by a mass. So the PLC secure box guarantees a stable and very fast decentralized PLC network. Okay, let's go further a bit. Here you can see the network of PLC partners. So some people have got a secure box, some don't. So these people don't have a box, and these people or that person has got a box. So you don't need to have one. All the people who are connected, other people are connected to each other because of the social platform of PLC, and the PLC secure box does the bookkeeping of the transactions between the two people, the nodes. So there is no admin or no company in control. It's like a public ledger. So that means it's absolutely decentralized. And at the moment we have got a super promo. That means you can have a box. You can have a box. I will go into detail later. But if you have got the super promo, you will get a box for free. And at the moment, more than 4,000 people already bought a box. Or yeah, they will get a box. And that means, so when you're familiar to Bitcoin, Bitcoin has got around about 20,000 nodes. So points which are doing the decentralized transactions and controlling the system. So PLC hasn't even really started, and it's already more than 4,000 nodes here. So that is, I think that's amazing. Okay, I will tell you something about the 10% before I forget. So the 10% means you will get 10% of your own coins as a reward of your bookkeeping in a decentralized system. So if you have got a PLC box at home, so it needs to be connected to a virtual server, and so that is so you are part of the decentralized system. And because you do that transaction, or the box does it, you will get a reward. So that will be 10% of your coins. Just to get a clue of what that means, just imagine you had, say, 10,000 coins in your box. So you bought, but you can't buy the Platincoins, but you will get it within the business packs. Let's just say you had 10,000. So you will get 1,000 coins after 1 year as a reward. Actually, it's calculated daily, so it's just 10% of your amount in your box or in your wallet. So that's great. So I told you something about the PLC Secure Box promo, super promo. So that means you can get it. You can get a box for free, so a guaranteed free PLC box. And that means at the moment it's possible to fill your cash accounts. You can just transfer money to the PLC Group AG. Many people did so far. And so at the day of the start, it will be the 18th of July. So by next Tuesday, you are allowed to start buying the business packs. So your cash account will be filled, and you can be very quick in buying. So if your your cash account is filled. So many people, I told you, more than 4,000 people already transferred 1,805 euros. If your country has got VAT, sales tax, you have to add that. So in Germany, I'm from Germany, and so here it is 19%. So you have to add 19%, so it's a little bit more than 2,100 euros. And you will get a VAT compensation if you had to pay VAT. So that means people from Germany, they needed to have an extra of 19%, and all the people who will buy the promo, who will get the promo, they get a VAT compensation. They will get a 19% Platincoin on top. So that of course depends on the amount of Platincoins they have got in their wallets. Another great extra is 15% on top Platincoins. 15%, so dependent on the amount of your coins in your box or in your wallet. And in addition, you get 4 physical PLCs. So that is just a coin you can touch. You will get 4 of them. So you can't buy them. It's a great extra. It's a gift. You can show that to people. And of course, you get a guaranteed free PLC box. So 1 node here. We'll get the extra of 10% each year, so counted in days. All right, if you want to get the PLC box and the super promo, you have to hurry a bit, because that super promo ends on Friday, 14th of July. So that means your money needs to be transferred until the 14th, or you need to do the last possibility to transfer money is the 14th, 11 o'clock so 11:59 p.m. So that's the last possible time to do transactions. There will be, you're allowed to have less than that. If you just want to fill your cash account, you can do so. So if you just want to have 100 euros in, you can do that. If you just want to have a €5 in, it's okay. You can transfer that. Just talk to your sponsor or the person who invited you, so he will tell you all the details about it. All right, so the PLC Group AG, the company itself, is a very complex company, and there are different puzzle pieces, I call it always. Puzzle pieces, they fit together, and the cryptocurrency system is the Platincoin, so it's a whole crypto system, and that is so the coin itself connects all the different puzzle pieces. So one puzzle piece, one part of the PLC group is the social network. So that is a social platform just like Xing or LinkedIn or Facebook, but Facebook is huge. So I don't think that we should compare with Facebook, but here it is very interesting. You are allowed to have up to 100,000 friends, so-called friends, your partners, people who you are connected with. In Facebook, you can be connected with 5,000 friends. So that is really interesting for business people. Maybe you know that if you're a business person, it's really important to be connected to many, many people. And business people can have business accounts and can advertise very effectively their business or their company on that platform. You can have even business accounts. And you can have advertisement there, so you need to use these ad points. If you buy a business pack, some ad points are included, so you can have free advertising then. And just think about Facebook. So how often do you like or comment a post? So here you will get paid for it. You get Platincoins as a reward for posts and likes and comments. And the founders created a system to avoid spam, and that's a great idea. I think now no one likes being spammed. So that was just one part of the PLC group, one puzzle piece. We will come to other puzzle pieces later. I'm going to talk about a next. I showed you the transparency with the maybe you remember with the six problems, and one of the problem was that there is no assets. There are no assets, and how the PLC group realized the real assets I'm going to show you just now. So that is another puzzle piece. So that's the crowdfunding platform. Another part of the PLC Group AG is a crowdfunding platform. So that is the so-called PLC business. And this crowdfunding platform helps prospective projects, for example, a startup company or just a person who has got a great idea but doesn't have any money to realize it, to become highly profitable businesses. So the PLC group will help them if it's a good one. And some of these projects can even become part of the PLC Group AG investment portfolio. And a very interesting point is that we as users, the PLC partners, can participate in the selection of these projects by using the so-called voices. So you can, it's like a vote. So you can use the voices, and if you think, if you are on the crowdfunding platform and you just flip through these different startups and projects, and you see a project, you think, wow, that is great, you can have a vote for that. And if really many people vote for that business, PLC will have a closer look at it. So we can participate in that. So these are the votes included in the business packs. All right, so that's the second puzzle piece. The network was the first, and the crowdfunding platform is the second part of the PLC group. And the third part, this third puzzle piece, is something we had it on the transparency with the problems, that there is no possibility for most of the coins to use them really in daily life to buy things. So we have really been talking about usability already. And if a coin cannot be used for buying things, for buying products and services, I would call it a contradiction in itself. So a sales market is absolutely necessary if you would like to create a digital currency. So PLC will have one in a few months, so it will coming up. And there will be the PLC market, that's the online store here. So that's an online store. And it will not have a limited number of sellers. Of course, not a limited number of buyers. And products and services can be sold and bought with Platincoin, so you can use it really. It will be a global sales market. It's not just in Europe, it will be global. So that was the point with the sales markets. So that is the third part of the PLC Group AG. And we will come now to the PLC Payment Institution. That is the fourth part of the PLC Group AG. So that is another puzzle piece. And so that point here, that is really amazing. The circle of money is closed, you could say. So the independency of banks will be realized. So it's not a bank, it's a payment institution. But just imagine you want to buy something in the market. You need Platincoin. Of course, you will get it at the PLC Group AG within the business packs. But if you want to sell something, you will get in return Platincoins. But maybe you need to buy something again, and outside of that system, at the moment you can't really buy things you need to produce your products, for example. So you can change it. You can change your Platincoins in any of the fiat currencies. So there is a fiat currency in and output. That's the great point about that. So you can really have euros or dollars, so you can exchange it here. All right, so there will be co-branding cards, top up of fiat and coins, so just credit cards, and there will even be IBAN accounts for the clients, for the partners. So if you are registered at the PLC Group AG, you will be you will participate in the payment institution. And you can use it if you want. All right, so we will come to the last puzzle piece now. Last part of the PLC Group AG, that is the PLC Academy. There was one point we were talking about legality, and legality is one of the most important issues, I think, for us as partners as well for the company. So when we were talking to the CEOs, all three of them told us, well, you know, we are daddies. Well, we want to have a real business, a long-lasting business, and we really want to have a legal system. And so PLC has been successfully checked by different law firms. So the products and services PLC sells are absolutely legal. So what do they sell? They sell on an online platform educational material. So I'm later talking about the business packages. So you will get, for example, these so-called, I will tell you later. So on that platform you can have educational material made by professionals, for example, about relevant topics like the blockchain technology, network marketing, digital currencies, and things like that. So there will be video lessons. And the second thing the PLC sells is hardware. So, for example, the PLC box. So be careful, PLC doesn't sell coins, it doesn't sell Platincoins. They are an add-on within the business packages. They are like a gift. They are just included. And so it is absolutely legal. So we have been talking about legality. So that was the last part of the PLC Group AG. So you see that all the 6 problems are solved. So we have been talking about the groundbreaking technologies, patented technologies, innovative technologies made by the PLC Group AG. I told you that we are already a huge or a big community with many thousand people, more than 50,000, and it's not even started. Yeah, it started today, but I'm sure it will be huge. We have been talking about real assets. So that was the crowdfunding platform. We have been talking about the online store, the banking independence by the institution, and that the PLC Group AG is operating in the legal field. All right. So everything we have been talking about cost money. So where does the money come from after all? How does the PLC Group make money? So of course, you will see that on my next transparency. Of course, they get money sale of the biz packages. So included are academy points. Just told you about the video lessons, the Platincoins, ad points and things like that are included. They will get money out of the social network. The social network. They will get revenues. So fees, for example, within the crowdfunding platform, there will be revenues for advertising, transaction fees, and things like that. Operating fees. Of course, it's not here on the transparency. We were talking about the payment institution. There will be transaction fees as well. The marketplace, so maybe you know eBay, or yeah, eBay is a good example, because if you want to sell something, or Amazon, if you want to sell something, you need to pay fees as well. So so that's where money comes from. And of course, we have to talk about the real assets. So 45% of the revenues are invested in gold and other things. So that is a really stable system. And so there are so many external incomes, so PLC is really not dependent on the linked MLM system. So they decided to have as an advertising tool to have an MLM system that the business is advertised by people, and we can have commissions for that. So we will come to that when we are talking about the commission plan. So everything we have been talking about so far, the different parts of the PLC Group, that really strengthens the company, and the coin, the Platincoin. We will come to a diagram now, and that just summarizes what we have been talking about. So that's the diagram of the PLC index. So of course, when you want to have Platincoins, it is important for you to get it for a low price and to wait until the price or the value of that coin rises. So maybe we have been talking about Bitcoin. It started with a few cents, and today, if you want to buy one, you need to have around about $3,000. Sometimes more, sometimes less. It depends a bit. It goes up and down like that. So it's interesting for people to get it for a low price, to wait until the price or the value goes up, PLC index goes up, and later when the PLC Group AG enters the stock market, you can sell them again, or you can do transactions even to other people. All right, so what can we see here? So everything we have been talking about so far has got an influence on the PLC index. And one platinum coin will cost 10 cents in the beginning. And on the first day, so the first day will be next Tuesday, 18th. So that is the starting point when people can buy the business packs and the included platinum coins. But there is so much money in the cash accounts at the moment that it is really possible that the price even at the first day, or the value even at the first day, will rise up to more than €1. So we will be an exciting day. All right, so we will see. So if and how fast the PLC index will, how fast and how the PLC index will grow up depends on many different things. Of course, supply and demand. It's just an economical rule. So there will be a limitation of supply. There are only 100 million coins circulating. So that's a shortage, and this shortage will lead to a growth of value. And as far as I know, so there's so much money in the cash accounts that around about 80 million coins are reserved. So we will see what happens. It will be a crazy day. So real assets, we have been talking about real assets of the PLC group will lead to a rise of value as well, I'm sure. Usability in daily life will lead to a rise of value. We have been talking about the fast transactions. So I think that many restaurants, cafes, whatever, can really use it because transactions are very fast. The entry to the exchanges, to the stock market, will lead to a rise of value. So that will be around about September, October. You can see two different lines. So that's the PLC index. The yellow one here, that is the internal selling rate. So that means if the PLC index is at a certain price, so a price of €1, it starts here, you can see that, the PLC Group AG will start to offer us, to offer you, to take the coins you have got back into circulation. So you can sell it to them. But you won't get the price of the PLC index, you will get the price of the selling rate. So for example, you bought them for 10 cents and after a while you don't want to have them anymore. It's up to whatever, 3, 4, 5 euros, and you will get even, so what's that, maybe 80 cents for it. So you bought it for 10 cents and you will get 80. So that's a great idea. So why does the PLC group does that? Well, on one hand, it is a protection against attacks of big investors who want to influence the markets, on the stock markets. And they usually manipulate the indexes. And it's a protection against the manipulations of the PLC index. So on the other hand, the coins just can go back into circulation because, as you know now, there are just 100 million coins. And well, so the price at the exchanges, stock markets, will never fall deeper than the internal selling rate. So if there will be a crash on the stock market, on the exchanges, so the price will never go deeper than that point, because if the PLC Group AG says, okay, I will take it back for 80 cents or for €1 or whatever, and at the stock market the people want to sell it for I don't know, 30 cents, no one will do that. So that is like a buffer, like it backs the coin, the worth of a coin, so it backs the PLC index. I've never seen a company like that, so I think that was a brilliant idea. Okay, so we will come to certain turbo buttons. I usually call it boosters. So I think there are 5 boosters that will catapult PLC and catapult the PLC index. First of all, the supply and demand. We've been talking about that. And the entry to the exchanges will also be a booster. Entry to the exchanges of the company itself and the different parts, the different puzzle pieces. The own payment institution, that is so unique, so that's a booster when it comes. And the entry to the exchanges of the companies which are financed by a PLC, the startup companies. So if they go to or enter to the exchanges, that will be a great booster. And the own payment system, so like the PLC wallet and the super thin wallet, so that's patented, and that will be or is a booster. And something I've not mentioned yet, the worldwide crypto ATMs, the Platincoin cash machines, they will come, and that will be a great booster, because people will see it. Even people who don't know anything about cryptocurrencies, they will ask, hey, what's that? So that will be a booster. And it's just nice to have a crypto ATM. So right, this is just a picture, an illustration of the business model of the PLC group that just summarizes and illustrates the complex and very unique and diverse company, Platincoin Group AG. Base is something that is really important. So the base of that company is the academy, the marketplace, the business, the crowdfunding platform, and the social platform. The middle part, that is the payment institution, and the roof is the investment portfolio and the crypto system, so the PLC index. Right. So that was mainly everything I wanted to tell you about the company itself. So up to this point, you have got a lot of information about the company and about their different platforms and innovative technologies. So now we will come to the second part of this webinar. We are going to talk about how you as an active partner can participate and earn money. So we are talking about the business plan now. First of all, there are the business packages. So by next Tuesday, I told you 18th of July it starts. You can buy the business packages then. So the exact time will be announced by the PLC Group AG, and so you will see that in the back office then. It starts with a €5 package. So if you live in a country, you have to pay VAT. You always need to add to that price the VAT of your country. And so it's like that you need to start with a €5 package. Even if you say, I would like to have a 500, you can't just go there, buy a 500. You need to start with a €5 package. Then you are free to have the next higher one, the €50. Then you are free to have the €250. And if you just want to have around about €500 in the system, you just buy another 250. And then you have got 555 within the system. And if you want to have more, you can reach out to the 500 and the €1,000. We have been talking about the promo so far. You have seen the price of €1,805. So that is added. So the people want to reach out for the €1,000 package. So they buy the 5, the 50, 250, 500, and €1,000. So they reach the professional. So that is added to, if you add that, it's €1,805 plus VAT. And that's what you need to do if you want to get the super promo. The free PLC box, the 4 physical coins and things like that. The additional coins, 19% in Germany and 15%. So that's the promo. By the way, if you would like to pay with Bitcoin or Ethereum, I would say just do it now, because I will tell you later, there are payment institutions you have to use then for buying the business packs when it starts. Okay, what else can I tell you? So what is included. It's included the software, of course, the back office you can use. You will get for €5 5 Academy points. You will get 1 voice, so that's talking about the crowdfunding platform, advertising points in the social platform, Academy points in the Academy. So that changes. For example, if you are able to buy a €5 package and you want to get the Platin coins for a value of 10 cents. So just mathematically that means for a €5 package you will get 50 Platin coins included. But I'm going to tell you, you have to be very quick because there's so many people who reach out for a very low value, very low price. So you have to be quick, and you better fill your cash accounts because then it's just 3 clicks, buy a business pack, take the money out of the cash account, and that's it. So it's 3, 4, 5 seconds. If you need to go to Payeer to transfer the money, so it will cost you maybe a lot of money, because if it turns to 20 cents, for example, so the included Platin coins will just be 25 Platin coins, and so on. So if the value is €1, so you will see that the amount will be shortened. So it always depends on the PLC index. All right. What else to say here? Here are just a few things. If you didn't get the super promo, so if you have a total purchase of €5,000 within the time, you will get a PLC secure box. If you did the promo, you will get a second one as a gift, so you don't have to buy it. If you want to buy it, it's about €500. You can return packages if you don't want to. There are two weeks time you can get your packages back, but be careful. If you return a package, you can't do a further purchase. You need to wait for 6 months. And so what else? So the number of PLCs is determined on the internal selling rate on the platform. So that's what I'm just explaining to you here. So it says here still the first 1,000 partners who will have the 1,000 package will get a secure box as a gift. So that's the old version. So they opened it for dependent on time. So you have got until 14th on Friday. So it will end 14th of July. So we will get everyone who transferred the money will get the promo. So last thing I need to say or tell you here is that you are allowed to have 11 of the €5, 11 of the 50, 11 of, so it's always 11 times you can buy them. So it's around about, well, €20,000 you can have at the moment. So later it will be open, but at the beginning it's limited. Okay, so I think that's all I can tell you about that. We will go on to the star bonus now. So that is just the purchase of the business packs if you really want to earn money. So that of course means if you have got the Platin coins and they rise in value, it's money as well. So if you buy it for 10 cents and you sell it for €10, it's a tremendous rise. So of course that is one part. And if you are a networker, if you don't just want to invest or buy a business pack, you can earn commissions and bonuses as a networker. So there is the star bonus. I will show you the table, and that's easier to explain then. All right, so it looks a bit complicated, but it's not. So it's really easy. Here you can see it's called star bonus. So you can see the rising of the stars. The top of the mountain is the 5. The highest level you can reach is the 5-star top leader level, I call it. Okay, so if you reached it, you will get 11 levels commissions here. All right. So if you want to get commissions, it's important to know that you need to have at least a business package of €5. So then it all starts. If you have a €5 package, you are an active partner. So it's called an active partner. And then everyone who registers with your referral link is your direct partner, your first liner, and you will get 10% of the business pack your partner bought. If he buys I don't know, 100 business packs for €100, you get 10 euros as an extra. If you have a purchase of, or you bought a €5 and a €50 business pack, and you have got 3 active partners yourself, and these 3 direct partners have a total purchase, they bought business packs for €250, you will get 10% of your first liners, 4% of your second liners, so the partners of your partners, and so on. So the next step is €250, so you bought business packs for altogether for €250. You have got 4 active partners, they at least bought a €5 package, and so that means they need to buy 5 altogether in your first line, 5 business packs for €500, the total turnover, and the total turnover of your whole team, so maybe the partners of your partners of your partners, and then you will get 10% of your first line, 4% of your second, and the third line 5%. So that is going on. It's always going deeper and deeper until to the 11th level. All right, so you will see you don't need to have more than €250 within the system, but you need to buy business packs for an accumulated amount of €250. And if you fulfill these criteria, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 criteria, you will get the certain downline levels. It could be quite a lot of money. All right, we will go on a bit. I'm explaining to you the bonus system now. So the bonuses and career achievements are saved. So that's a good information because I know systems, so it's not saved. You always have to repoint again and again, and you can go back if you don't have more people registered and things like that. So it's not the same like here. So so you see you can't fall back. So the achievements are saved, and if you reached the point in the career system or whatever, in the star system, the star bonus, you never fall back. And there are 2 different accounts where your money, if you earn money, goes to. First of all is the cash account and the trading account. So there's a 70-30 rule. That means 70% go directly into your cash account. You can withdraw money, use it, buy things, whatever. You can buy new packages, and that's a very important information. If you want to reach out for the star bonus, you need to buy the business packs with the cash account, or with you just buy it with the institutions you use, like Payee or whatever. If you use the trading account, it's not counted for the star bonus. So you can purchase the business packs. If you want to reach out for the 250, you can just add it here, and then you're done. And there is something that is very important: transfers to other users is denied. Why? So that prevents us of money laundering. So it's not allowed. I don't know if you know. It's not allowed, and it's money laundering. And the PLC Group AG says we are really want to operating on the legal field, so it's denied. We just can't do that. All right, so the trading account is intended only for purchasing business packages. maybe your first thought is, wow, I want to get 100% of my money. If you are a networker, these 30% is really good. So first of all, you need to buy new business packages. So that means you get more of the platinum coins. If they rise in value, it's good for you for the future. And on the other hand, if you are a networker, and that's when you get the money, so that 30% ensures or can ensure passive income. So the passive income is made by that, because everyone who is your partner and their partner and the partner of the partner, they all need to have 30% of their money to buy new business packages, and you will get the commissions of it. The percentage you just saw in the star bonus, 10%, 5 or 6 or 4%. So that's good. So that really makes the passive stable income for us, for all of us. So everyone has got downlines. So if you're a networker, so you will get a passive income. All right. The fast start bonus. So another highlight, I think. So that is really for networkers who can build up teams very quick, and within 30 days. So when the start is on 18th of July, everyone starts buying this. So that is your starting point. And so from that time on, 30 days, so the counting starts at the 18th for most of us, so who's coming later. So that's the first purchase of your, so first time you buy a business pack, that's your starting point, whenever you start. And so you can get an extra of 1,000 euro if your total turnover of your first liners, your direct partners, is more than 5,000 euros. Then you will get an extra of 500 euros. If your total turnover of your direct partners within that 30 days will be 10,000 euros, you will get an extra of 1,000 euro. So it's talking about your first liners, that's you. And it won't be more than 1,000, even if you reach more. It's good for the rank bonus, but for the fast start bonus, it's enough to have 10,000. You get 1,000 euro. Okay, fast start bonus for good and fast networkers. Now we come to the rank. So that's the career. That's the career of the Platincoin. If you reached a rank, as I already told you, you can't lose it again, so you don't fall back because you stopped networking or whatever. So if you have a rank, it stays like that. There are always two conditions, two criteria that need to be fulfilled to achieve a rank or the next higher rank. So there is, first of all, the team turnover. That means everyone who is in your team, they buy business packs. And if your total turnover is 1,000 euros, you have got two paid partners, two active partners. At least they bought a 5 euro pack. Well, there's nothing. But then it starts. So if you want to reach out for the pearl, your total turnover, and that's not dependent on time, so you don't need to reach it within few weeks or days or whatever. If you reach it within a few months, it's okay. If you reach it within a few years, it's okay. So about the 70-30 rule. So 30% go into that turnover. So it will increase. For some people it will increase faster, and for some people it will increase slower, but it will increase. So you reach the 5,000. You have got one jade as a direct partner. You start with an extra of 100 euro. And so on. So that increases, you've got 2 jades and so on. So the first aim should be, I think, becoming a diamond. So the total turnover is finally, you reached 100,000. If you have many partners, so that will be not really a problem. And you've got 2 rubies in your first line. So you will get an extra of 2,000 euros. So you got 2,000, 1,000 and these together. So 70% goes to just, well, withdraw it, buy things for it. 30% go back into into your trading account. All right, now it's going to be interesting for networkers. If you reach the diamond, you are diamond, and the higher ranks is called blue, green, purple, red, black, platinum diamond. So that's the highest rank you can achieve. So that of course increases the total turnovers. And the special thing here is the rank of your direct partners don't need to increase more than diamonds. So if you help your partners to become a diamond, it's good for you and it's good for them because they get an extra of 2,000 euros because of your help. And it's good for you because the more diamonds you have, the more extras you get. Just say you have a total you reach the total turnover of 500,000. You have got 2 diamonds, you get an extra of 10,000 euros. That makes 7,000 euros in your cash account. And so it goes on. 3 diamonds, 4, 5 diamonds, 10 diamonds. You are a black diamond. You get an extra of 200,000 euros. And the final point is the platinum diamond. So you reached finally a total turnover with your team of 50 million euros. You have produced and helped people to become diamonds, 20 people. You will get 1 million euro as an extra on top. So that means 700,000 euros just for your cash account. Right, I think that is all I can say about the rank bonus. So if you're a good networker, it's not really a problem because time is no criteria. So it doesn't matter how long it takes, but to reach these points for a good networker, it should be not really a problem. Okay. So that was the career. Network marketing, so we have been talking about the star bonus. Just now about the rank bonus. I told you something about the fast start bonus. There will be a star car, a star holiday, and star club. So that is all. So because it's star, it's dependent on the star level you reached, and so you will get at a certain point, you will get a car by PLC you can have. You will get extra holidays as an extra present, and you will be a partner or a member of the Star Club. So the PLC Group AG will tell us details about these points a little bit later. All right, so now that is all I wanted to tell you within the second part, the marketing plan. If you have more questions about that, just ask the person who invited you or just go to your sponsor. I'm sure he will help you with the details. And now I'm going to have or to tell you a few news and updates. I'm not sure if you got them. So one thing that is important for me to tell you, because so many people ask me about that, how many accounts can I have? So it's 1 account per person, of course, and it's even 1 account per household. So it's always a problem if you want to register your husband or your wife or your children who are still living with you in 1 house or one flat. So if it's a house with 2 different flats, it's okay. But that is a problem, so please tell your partners that it's only allowed to have 1 account per person and 1 account per household. So if you want to register your wife or your husband, you can change maybe with a partner so that one is registering the wife of the others, and so it's cross line. So that could help, but it's not allowed. I don't know if you got that information. It was handed to each and every one. And of course you need to be 18 to start the business. And today is a really special day for PLC because today is the official start of the pre-launch, and today they started with the mining. So 90% of all coins will be mined until 18th of July. And so today is the start of the mining, official start of the pre-launch. And so within the next 7 days, the back office will be continuously updated and completed. More and more new models will be seen, and don't worry, it's possible that some short blackout will come while they implement new and large models. They will do it usually at night time, but you never know, so don't worry. If the website is not working for a few minutes or hours, so that's just normal within the next 7 days. So that process will be finished by 18th of July. And 18th of July is the day when you can start buying the business packs. Because so many people wanted to have the super promo, they enlarged the super promo. We got another extra 4 days to participate in this PLC super promo. And that means if you want to fill your cash accounts already, you can do so until the 14th of July, 11:59 p.m. Then it's finished. So the promo will be finished at 14th of July, last day. Just talk to your sponsor or the person who invited you. Very important to say, after the start, only Payeer ADV Cash Perfect Money will be there to buy the business packs. So if you want to buy with Bitcoin or Ethereum, yeah, of course you can change it within Payeer or something like that, but I really, if you want to buy business packs, I really would advise you do it now until the 14th. Fill your cash account, and it's just tricks because everyone wants to get them for very low value, very low PLC index, of course, so the run will be really, really, really there on that day. If you need to go to Payeer to transfer the money, so it needs quite a lot of time. You can do, you're free, but I just want to tell you about that. So I told you on next Tuesday, 18th of July, is the start of the business packs, buying the business packs, so you will be able to buy them. The time will be announced by PLC. And don't worry, there will be teaching videos beforehand about issues like how to verify. So first verification process to buy a business pack will be you need a mobile phone number, and you verify your mobile phone number. That's all for the moment. And there will be teaching videos about how to download and use the PLC wallet and so on. So we will get that by PLC, so don't worry. All right, so that's really everything I wanted to tell you. So usually there are English webinars on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the morning, German time. I'm from Germany, so I put the German time zone here, 10 o'clock. I started to have live webinars on Fridays at 5 p.m. So that's, for some people it's a better time. There are a lot of Indian people, and then it's evening for them. A lot of people are working, so they asked me to have an extra webinar in the evenings or in the afternoon. So it will be on Friday, Tuesday and Thursdays in the morning, 10 o'clock, and on Friday at 5 p.m. All right, so that's all I wanted to tell you today. And all I can say is, well, I would like to end with the words of PLC, the motto of PLC: the time is now. Yeah, now it's really going to be an exciting time, an amazing time, and we are all looking forward to the future of PLC. So have a wonderful day out there, wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much for listening. So just put that back a bit. All right. Yeah. So I will do the video again for you for those of us who didn't get that, and maybe we will see each other or hear each other next time. Bring partners and tell your partners that there are live videos. So that was all. So I'm Bea from Germany. Bye bye.
That it transforms the very basic pillars of our society. A technology which fundamentally influences the way that our economy